And a pleasant good evening to you from Republic High School in Republic, Missouri. It's your Webb City Cardinals set to face the Republic Tigers. Scott Boudreau here with you this evening, along with Will Hedrick, Roberta Foster back at our studios. Cardinals broke their 7-game winning streak in a loss to the Kickapoo Chiefs on Monday, but they've won 8 out of their last 10 and playing really some good basketball. Lost to a very tough Kickapoo Chiefs team, a Class 6 team, state-ranked team, so still feeling good about themselves, and Coach Grant Barrett hoping the Cardinals can continue their winning ways tonight. The Republic Tigers on a 5-game winning streak, their most recent win over the Glendale Falcons, 50-45 here on Monday night, and Cardinals, of course, victorious last week over the Glendale Falcons, 40-28. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, come back with our coaches show. Had a chance to talk with Coach Grant Barrett earlier, so we'll take a 1-minute break and then give you the coaches show and our visit with Coach Grant Barrett after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
And good evening, Cardinal fans. Welcome to tonight's Coaches Show. Scott Boudreau along with the head coach, Grant Barrett, as the Cardinals travel for the second time this week to Republic, this time to face the Tigers. The Kickapoo Chiefs breaking your winning streak here a couple days ago, Coach, but I imagine your girls are excited to get back on the court. You'll be at full strength tonight and another chance to kind of notch another road win if you can.
Yeah, we had a decent performance on Monday at a really good Kickapoo team. They're number 5 in Class 6 with 2 losses, one to the defending Class 5 state champion, one to an undefeated Park Hill team who's number 1 in Class 6. And I felt like we gave them a game for 3 of the 4 quarters. In the third quarter, they made a run. Their 2 really good players decided that they had had enough with a close game and decided to stretch it out a little bit. We had enough fight in the end to make sure that we didn't get 20 pointed or more there, that we had some fight to us and fought until the very, very end. So like some things I saw, and tonight is another tough opponent in Republic as far as it kicks off our side of the conference, which this counts toward our conference race, and we go there. So they are playing very well right now, so we are looking forward to the challenge ahead.
When you look at having a couple days like this of practice after facing a really tough opponent, does that intensity level stay high because you know you're coming right back to another opponent that could be just as tough as what you just played? Well,
it's a great prep week. You know, if you can have 2 teams like that back to back, I feel like you don't have as big of a letdown or as big of a get up, you know, to get ready for that team. We know they're really good, and we know in the past that Republic has kind of had our number at times, and our girls are excited about tonight, you know, and the task at hand is a little bit different. The pressure is going to be there. It's going to be a different type of pressure. I felt like the Glendale game was a great back-to-back because of what they played and defensively was a little bit of what Glendale played. So we had that prep going into the Glendale game, so we got to carry it on over for an extra day or 2 offensively to what we needed to prep for Kickapoo. And tonight, under pressure, they play a lot of man and they get up and they're very handsy and they apply a lot of pressure. And they'll play 9-10 kids, so foul trouble for them is not as big of an issue as it is for some teams because of the amount of players that they can play and the amount of players and the amount of scoring that they can bring off the bench.
When you look at your lineup, you've really been able to expand the offensive side of the ball to some degree. You're getting great minutes out of Alan Maxwell. You're getting great minutes out of your freshman Brecklin and Kinsey. How does that add to what the other starters are able to do when you're able to bring that kind of energy and scoring to go with it off the bench?
It makes us not as one-dimensional in the fact that when people go out and guard us, they have to guard all 5 kids, or 4 of the 5 kids are offensive threats. We like to put as many scorers on the court at one time because I know as a coach on the flip side, I'm trying to look and find who I can double off of or not guard as hard if I have to, or situations like that. So to have more of our young kids and more newcomers to the varsity and step up and be an offensive threat is better for us. Now, we are still a work in progress on the offensive front. Like, we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go in my mind. And part of that is the kids understanding what they can do, and what their strengths are, and us trying to play to those strengths.
Finally, Coach, what are the keys to victory for the Cardinals tonight here in Republic?
We have to rebound the ball. We can't give seconds and thirds. They are not the biggest team. We have the size advantage tonight, which sometimes we typically don't. But their post player, who's very good, is about 5'8", but she uses her size well. And their biggest kid's a 5'10", 6-foot guard, and both can shoot it. The one I'm thinking of is the Brown girl, and she came off the bench against Glendale. And Glendale was up 6 in the fourth quarter, and she hit 3 big threes to, as a 6-foot guard to come back. So I think rebounding is number one, but we have to attack the pressure. We can't let their pressure get to us. They will force a couple turnovers, but we can't let that lead to big runs. No 6-0, 8-0 runs, that's really hard for us to come back from. So I think we have to attack the pressure, and our shooters have got to make shots when we have the opportunity. It's easier said than done based on the opponent, but felt like we had some opportunities at Kickapoo that we just didn't make shots that we've been typically making, but part of that is going on the road and playing really good teams. So I think a big step for us is rebounding the ball, attacking their pressure, and when we have an opportunity to make a shot, make that shots.
Coach, good luck in tonight's ball game. We'll talk at halftime and after the game.
Thank you very much, Scott. Appreciate it.
Webb City and Huhat Mongolian Grill. We're set for our national anthem. We'll come back with our starting lineups and keys to winning after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Body and Soul Transformation, located at 1703 Falcon Suite C in Webb City, is a 10,000 square foot, 24-hour fitness center and specialized personal training facility. They offer a variety of group fitness classes. They now accept silver sneakers and have classes for seniors. They also hold kids and youth events. They have something to offer everyone in the family and even have a kids zone for busy parents. Body and Soul Transformation in Webb City, 417-553-0757 or online at bodysoultransformation.com.
Republic High School as your Webb City Cardinals set to face the Republic Tigers. Our keys to winning tonight brought to you by Missouri Southern State University. Qualifying first-time freshmen are eligible for a $20,000 scholarship automatically at mssu.edu/mosomerit. Apply today, and here's Will Hedrick with those keys to winning.
Well, a quick note before we do my two keys. The Cardinals, they are 10-0 when scoring over 50 points. They've never lost, so that'll be one of our keys. Try and shoot for that 50-plus point mark. You can increase your chances of victory significantly. And second all, kind of backpacking off of the 50-point mark is got to take advantage of those turnovers and errors by the Republic team, and you can get closer to that 50-point mark if you can capitalize off of those.
Well, the Cardinals certainly want to do a good job in transition if they can. Rebounding, the big emphasis by head coach Grant Barrett in his coaches show earlier. The starting lineups brought to you by Papa John's Pizza of Webb City and Reeves Tire and Automotive. First for the host Republic Tigers. It'll be a 5'3" freshman, Josie Stalzer. A 5'10" junior, Aubrey Burning. A 5'5" senior, Sammy Watson. A 5'7" senior, Lanny Strong. And a 5'7" sophomore, Cora Cutbirth. The head coach of the Republic Tigers is Tori Moonaham, assisted by Race Looney, Blaine Cullen, and Megan Coleman. Now the starting lineups for your Webb City Cardinals. It'll be a 5'10" senior, Jenna Schultz, a 5'7" sophomore, Abby Sargent, a 5'7" sophomore, Whitley Keith, 5'11" sophomore, Addie Burns, and a 6'1" sophomore, Adeline Maxwell. It's the Cardinals and the Tigers here tonight in an important COC matchup, as both these ball clubs on that COC West side. Burns ready to jump center and wins the tip. And here comes Abby Sargent with it for the Cardinals. Handoff to Whitley Keith, top of the key, screen there by Maxwell. In the corner to Burns. She'll kick it back to Whitley Keith. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers early. Up top now to Abby Sargent. On the swing, down the lane goes Whitley Keith, and they'll get her for a travel. She lost the ball for a moment and then couldn't get her footing. Cardinals will open in their 1-2-2 trapping defense. Tigers get it across, and they'll swing it to Burning. Inside out. Three by Stalzer is good. Check that. The three was by Lanny Strong. Inside goes Abby Sargent. She was fouled on the drive. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Some of our sponsors include Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services. First free throw good, second one good as well. Cardinals trail 3-2 with 7:08 left here in the first quarter. Cardinals trying to trap in that backcourt. Stalzer gets it ahead. Now to Strong on that left baseline. She'll dribble all the way across. Now they'll swing it high to the left wing. Stalzer for three, no good. Rebound Sargent. She'll bring it swiftly up the floor. Down the lane she goes for an easy bucket. And the Cardinals lead 4-3. Took advantage of the transition opportunity, just as you talked about in our opening, Will. And nice to see the Cardinals get on track early. Tigers been known for slow first quarters, but there's a second three already by Stalzer. And she's got the first 6 points for the Tigers. They lead it 6-4. Schultz in the corner to Abby Sargent. She'll dribble baseline, swing it to Addie Burns for three, and it's good. And the Cardinals retake the lead, 7-6 with 6 minutes left here in the first. Cardinals trapping, burning in that backcourt. She get it up the floor too. Watson dribbles in the lane, back out to Strong. Dribbles through everybody and puts up the left-handed shot for two. She's got all 8 of the Tigers' points here in the early going. They lead it 8-7. Sargent dribbles near the free throw line. She was grabbed on the arm. Tigers crowd not happy about the call. Cardinals will get it on a baseline out of bounds, I believe, as she was just below the free throw line when she got fouled. Talking about Abby Sargent, who will throw it in here. They free up Burns on the screen. She pops from the just inside the arc. No good. Rebound for the Tigers, and they're looking to push. Strong has it, kicks it across to Burning. Her shot blocked, but she was fouled. They get Maxwell on the foul. Not a lot of height on this Republic Tigers team, but they've got some crafty players that know how to play that inside game. Maxwell should be a good presence, so to maybe block and at least affect some of those shots. And the lefty, Aubrey Burning, puts the first free throw in. Second one off the back iron. Scramble for the rebound to the floor. 4 players, 2 for the Tigers and 2 for the Cardinals. It'll be a jump ball, alternate possession going to the Tigers. Strong to throw it in. Schultz guarding that baseline, and they get it into Stalzer. Now feed inside, up and under move. Blocked, and another jump ball called as Strong and Abby Sargent fighting for the loose rebound. It'll go back to the Cardinals on an alternate possession. Whitley Keith will dribble up against the pressure of the Tigers now. And they call her for a foul after the steal by the Tigers. Cardinals trail 9-7. First personal foul on Whitley Keith. Burning throws it in to Strong, top of the key. They swing it over to Watson. Inside to Strong. Now back out to Burning for 3. It's good. Well, these 2 lefties for the Tigers knocking it down early. The Tigers lead it 12-7. Inside to Schultz. Back out to Whitley Keith. She'll dribble down the lane. Lost it. And they'll say off her leg and out of bounds. And Cardinals will send in Kinsey Horn to replace Whitley Keith. 12-7. Tigers lead here early. Cross-court pass inside the Tigers go. And missing the shot there was Cutbirth. And what do we have? Stepped out of bounds on the rebound. That time was Watson, so back to the Cardinals. Abby Sargent in a tough battle in the backcourt. The Tigers knock it away. And Coach Grant Barron wants a timeout with another easy bucket, and the Tigers leading 14-7. We'll take a 30-second break. Back here with more Cardinal basketball after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Welcome back to Republic High School. Tigers lead the Cardinals 14-7. 4:20 left here in the first quarter. Couple of 3 threes by the Tigers early and a couple of easy baskets off turnovers, and the Cardinals turn it over again. They had Maxwell wide open on the press break that time. Burns trying to bounce pass it to her, just overthrew the pass. Burning has it. Inside out. They go out to Strong. Cross court back to Burning. She'll dribble. Now kick it out to Watson for 3, and she knocks it down. A hot shooting first quarter for the Tigers. 17-7 their lead. Cardinals struggling against the pressure of the Tigers. Abby Sargent has it ripped away again. And the shot rattles out. Burning gets the rebound, puts it up, no good. And Cutbirth got the rebound and put it back up. She was fouled on the play, the 5'7" sophomore. And Coach Barrett talked to me about her this morning, said for 5'7", she plays a very strong inside type play, and you could tell she's after the rebounds. And Coach Grant Barrett going to send in some subs here, try to get the attention of a couple of his starters, I think. We'll see if the Cardinals can turn things around as they send in Sinclair, Brecklin Sargent, and Chesney Brown to go along with Whitley Keith and Abby Sargent. Sargent in the backcourt, gets it to Whitley Keith. Sinclair has it. Now Abby Sargent settles things down. Sinclair drives the lane, kicks it to Brecklin Sargent. Looking for an opening, gets it back out to Abby Sargent. Dribbles down the lane, puts up a shot, no good. And Cutbirth had the rebound, breakaway layup, and an easy 2 by Sammy Watson. The Cardinals not back on defense that time, and another timeout called by the Cardinals, trailing 21-7. We'll take it with you back here in 30. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Welcome back to Republic High School. Cardinals trail 21-7, just inside 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. It's been a burst of scoring by the Tigers after the Cardinals match to Murley. And another travel out of that trap, and Whitley Keith called for the walk there. And Cardinals just overwhelmed by that double team. It's something they do to their own opponents. And you'd think they'd have a better idea right now just trying to figure out things on the floor. Down the lane goes Watson, no good. And Cardinals get the rebound. Whitley Keith looking to run. Inside pass to Chesney Brown for 2. And a foul on the play. That time they broke the press. And we talked about it during the timeout Will, but there's openings against that trap. They just got to find it and be a little more patient about it.
Yeah, you've got to find it, and you've got to be able to play without dribbling. That's what they want you to do. They want you to dribble so that way they can trap you. You pick up your dribble, and you get stuck in a bad situation. You've got to be able to catch the ball. They're all going to turn and run at you. So you catch, and then you turn and throw it to somebody else, and they've got no idea where they're going.
Addie Brown checked in for the Tigers. She's a capable scorer off the bench. Inside to Cutbirth, now out to Strong. Back to Brown, swing it around to Burning. Now outside to Gilmore, who checked in. There's Strong for a three. Her shot's long, rebound by Gilmore. Inside to Cutbirth against Burns, her shot no good. And picked up by Brecklin Sargent, looking to drive, had it knocked away. Burns gets it back. Whitley Keith for three. It's good. And the Cardinals cut into the lead. Now trail 21-12 with 1:40 left here in the first quarter. Now trying to create their own little trap. They go to Cutbirth. Back outside to Brown for three. Her shot off the mark. Rebound by Strong, and she puts it in with the left hand. She's got 10 of the 23 for the Tigers here in the first. 23-12 our score. And a moving screen called, I believe, on the Cardinals. It'll go back to the Tigers as the Tigers bring in another substitute as Kaylee Cornelson checks in.
Yeah, Scott, and I think that was just kind of a frustration foul, one that you got to be able to compose yourself and not do that in that situation.
Strong has it knocked away from behind by Sargent. Now Sargent bringing it up the floor quickly, all the way to the cup with the left hand, and she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Again, when the Cardinals have been able to get out and run and make crisp passes or drive the lane, they've had opportunities to score. They're going to take some better defensive pressure because Tigers have 4 threes in this first quarter, accounting for over half their scoring. Second free throw good by Sargent. Cardinals trail at 23-14, a minute left here in the first quarter. Strong cross court to Gilmore. Back to Strong. Now in the give and go, they go to Cutbirth inside. She was fouled. You don't see a lot of 5'7" post players, Will, but someone that knows how to move in the paint, you can tell she's done that for a long time, even though she's just a sophomore. Obviously kind of grew up maybe playing that inside game, has the footwork and knows how to get her shot off at 5'7". Strong checks out for the Tigers. Watson checks back in. Whitley Keith checks out. Jasney Brown back in for the Cardinals, along with Sinclair, Abby Sargent, Burns, and Sargent brings it across, and she's fouled there by Cornelson. Kaylee Cornelson, the senior for the Tigers. 25-14, and that is the 5th team foul, so Sargent at the free throw line for 2 shots. First one good, and
well, Scott, if you noticed, when Abby Sargent was bringing that up the court, she was basically triple teamed. So you've got 3 players guarding 1. I mean, she's got to be able to have her eyes up and try and find somebody down the court because they're there.
Knocks it down. It's 25-16. Cardinals trying to trap in the backcourt, and stolen by Sargent. Up for a layup. It's good. And a timeout called by the Tigers as the Cardinals close to within 7, 25-18, 35 seconds left. We'll keep it here and tell you about some of our sponsors. They include Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA and Crowder College. Cardinals have made a nice comeback here in the last 3 minutes of this quarter. They'd like to get at least one more stop and one more basket as they trail at 25-18. Republic, big scoring spurt early. Cardinals have answered. And Tigers having trouble getting it in. They get it to Gilmore. Now but thrown away, and the Cardinals do get the turnover. Stalzer couldn't handle the pass, and maybe turnabout's fair play, Will.
There you go. Now this is where you really need to capitalize right here.
30 seconds left. Sargent calls out the play. Tries to go on the turn. Didn't have anybody open. Now gets it to Burns. Kicks it out to Brown. Back to Burns. She can get her own shot. She'll get inside. Looping shot is good. 25-20. Cardinals trail by 5. They trap in the backcourt again. Gilmore against Sinclair. She's tripped and throws one up late at the end of one. It's the Republic Tigers 25, the Webb City Cardinals 20. Back here with second quarter action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
The Republic Tigers lead your Webb City Cardinals 25-20 after the first quarter. It was a wild first quarter. They traded baskets in the first minute. Then the Tigers knocked down 3 straight threes and got out that pretty big lead. Started to turn over the Cardinals. Looked a little hopeless. Coach Barrett burned a couple timeouts. All of a sudden, it was the Cardinals turning the Tigers over. And a nice closing 3 minutes, I'd say, Will, for the Cardinals.
Yeah, really good. I mean, you know, you've heard the phrase, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And definitely right there was a good example of that.
Yeah, the Tigers could have really buried the Cardinals had they not started to play with a little more efficiency. We'll see how they get along here in the second quarter. Gilmore in the corner to Brown. Her three is good. She's a 6-footer, but she loves the three, and you better find her in a hurry. She's a scoring machine off the bench. Abby Sargent turns now to Kenzie Horn, rather. Trapped and gets it to Abby Sargent. Goes inside, left-hand shot off the glass. No good, and it'll go back to the Cardinals. Be a baseline out of bounds for the Cardinals. Abby Sargent to throw it in. A couple of cross screens. They free up Addie Burns for 3. It's short. Jasny Brown fighting for the rebound, and it'll go off Gilmore. So back to the Cardinals. See what the Cardinals come up with on this baseline out of bounds play. Sargent again with the throw in. Back to Burns in the corner to Sargent. Looked at a 3, turned it down. Guarded by Burning. They kick it out to Kenzie Horn. She'll dribble. And she's trapped, but you said it earlier, Will, but anytime you're picking up your dribble, you're going to have 4 hands around you. Tigers have shown that early. The alternate possession goes back to the Cardinals. Sargent gets it into Burns. Fakes the 3. Dribbles down the lane. Spins. And now puts up a shot. It's good. Good patience that time by Addie Burns. 28-22. The Cardinals trail by 6. Burning in the corner. Too strong for 3. It's good. She had 10 in the first, picks up where she left off after a brief rest at the end of the first. She's got 13, does strong for the Tigers. Kinsey Horn to Brown. Tried to throw it off Gilmore, now gets it back. Back to the floor we go. The spacing on some of these handoffs has got to get better for the Cardinals as they bring in Whitley Keith and Adeline Maxwell for Kinsey Horn and Chesney Brown. Tigers with the basketball, leading 31-22. 6:19 left here in the second quarter. Strong with it on that right wing. You got to take away her three. There's Brown for three from the corner, and she knocks down her second three. And the Cardinals call a timeout. We'll take it with you. With the Tigers leading 34-22, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network back here in 30.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
To Republic High School. Scott Boudreau along with Will Hedrick, Roberta Foster back in our studios. 6:05 left here in the second quarter, and Republic, after the Cardinals trailed just by 5, have opened up another 12-point lead here in the early going of the second quarter. We'll tell you that Pam Drake at Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945, is located at 108 North Main in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 673-1242 or online at RoderickInsuranceAgency.com. Cardinals have it. Tigers pressuring. They get it up the floor. Burns overthrows Schultz. They did bring someone up to help with that trap. I thought if she'd have looked to the other side, she had Abby Sargent on a cut that time. Here come the Tigers with it. Cardinals will put on their own pressure. Gilmore fakes the three, kicks it back out. They swing it to Burning. Down the lane she goes against Schultz. And instead of reaching that time, they might have been able to take a charge. Instead, Burning going to the free throw line for 2 shots here. Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools. Located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin, specialize in complete body and frame repair, 4-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game. 36-22, the Tigers lead the Cardinals. Whitley Keith gets it into Sargent. Back to Sargent and out of bounds. Right now the focus levels got to improve for the Cardinals. On each possession, you got to think about where you need to be and just taking care of the basketball, a big part of this game right now for the Cardinals. Brown cross court to Burning. In a corner they go to Stalzer. Inside to Cutbirth, who checked in, left hand layup, no good. And here comes Abby Sargent with the rebound. Brecklin Sargent gets it now on that left wing, dribbling against Brown. Cross court to Kinsey Horn. Guarded by Cutbirth. Now Abby Sargent on the curl, all the way to the cup for 2. Good persistence that time and better passing by the Cardinals. 36-24. And the Cardinals nearly steal it. Now a jump ball between Cutbirth and Abby Sargent. It'll go right back to the Cardinals. See if the Cardinals similar to what they did in that first quarter, after a rocky first 3 minutes, can kind of get back on track here. 4:50 left in the second quarter. Brecklin Sargent dribbling top of the key. Will get it to Abby Sargent. She tests the lane, now brings it back out to Addie Burns for three. From the right wing, it's good. 36-27 our score. The Tigers lead down to 9. Burning. Cross court to Strong. Now back to Burning, inside to Cutbirth. They swing it to Brown for three. Her shot long that time, but Cutbirth with the rebound. And she's fouled.
It's got too many eyes looking up, just watching the ball. You can't do that as a defender. You've got to find somebody to box out.
Cutbirth snuck in there that time and fought for the rebound, got a shot up. She's got 4 points and adds one more there with the first free throw. Whitley Keith replaces Jenna Schultz. See if Keith can get on track. She's got a 3 in this ball game. Second free throw good. And Watson will come back in for the Tigers, replacing Addie Brown, who did the damage with her 2 threes while she was in there. Cardinals throw it, and another jump ball. And on the alternate possession, goes back to the Tigers. That's at least 6 jump balls so far in this first half. Stalzer with it, top of the key. Swing it around, all the way down the lane and fouled. Sammy Watson. They certainly know a couple things. They're good at trapping defensively and pretty good at getting fouled on these drives to the basket so far, Will.
Yeah, well, I mean, Republic overall, they're just being more aggressive. They look like they want to be here more than Webb City does. Webb City needs to pick up their intensity a little bit.
39-27. Second free throw good, makes it 40-27. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Cardinals need to right the ship, and a travel by Whitley Keith. She stopped her dribble before she could decide where to throw it. And Sinclair will check in for Brecklin Sargent. Tigers with the basketball. Stalzer with it, gets it to Cutbirth, top of the key. Trying to post up with Strong against Whitley Keith. On the cut, Cutbirth for 2. Just slipped the screen at the top of the key and went straight downhill. 42-27, Tigers by 15. After the Cardinals had cut it to 5 at the end of 1. Abby Sargent, now Whitley Keith, dribbling down the lane, was fouled by Strong that time. You got to be strong with the basketball in this ball game if you're the Cardinals, and as you mentioned, Will, got to match that intensity and toughness right now. Second foul on Lanny Strong. Kinsey Horn checks out. Jenna Schultz back in for the Cardinals. Abby Sargent to throw it in, looking for Burns. Got to get it to her. Now they get it out to Whitley Keith. Looking to drive on Gilmore. She's trapped. And another jump ball. Got to keep that ball at the side. Make the opponent reach for it. Cardinals are bringing it right in front of their body. And easy for the defender to get there. Abby Sargent to throw it in to Whitley Keith. Back to Sargent, fakes the 3. Guarded by Burning. On the back cut that time, they didn't get it to Sinclair. She had a nice cut. Burns now back to Sargent. At the elbow, trying to get deeper. Kicks it out to Burns. She'll dribble all the way to the cup this time. Shot no good, saved by Schultz, and picked up by the Tigers coming the other way. is Sammy Watson, and she was fouled on the layup attempt that time. Good hustle by Schultz trying to save it, but boy, as soon as the Tigers got it, they were ready to run.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been their whole thing so far, just get the ball and get to the other end of the court, get to the basket. I mean, they're not afraid to fight through contact or really anything that's in front of them. That's what Webb City needs to do. One thing that's demoralizing for a team is fouls. One way to do that is to go attack.
Second free throw good, and the Cardinals trail at 44-27. 2:41 left here in the second quarter. Abby Sargent against Burning. One-on-one there. Trying to get it to Burns and throws it away. Gilmore anticipating the steal all the way, gets a lay-in. Sargent brings it up the floor. 46-27. And she puts it up with the left hand. It's good. Sargent with 14 of the Cardinals' 29. Stolen by Schultz. She'll get it to Sargent. See if the Cardinals can close with a strong last 2 minutes here of the second quarter. She picks up her dribble. Now gets it to Whitley Keith. Down the lane, kicks it to Schultz. Fakes, drives, puts it up. And they get her on a travel. As Maxwell will check in, Sinclair and Schultz check out. Minute 39 left here in the second quarter. Gilmore up the floor to Brown, who checked in for the Tigers. And through the hands of Burning, here comes Brecklin Sargent the other way. And she was fouled. Gilmore tried to take the charge that time to get the sophomore for the foul. And Brecklin Sargent headed to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Proudly supporting the Cardinals, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. BDR provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick, located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, call 782-0829 or online at bdrcpas.com. 46-31, the Tigers lead, a minute 16 left. Inside they go, and blocked there by Maxwell, and then she was fouled after the rebound. That time she challenged Cutbirth and may have affected the shot. And what do we have, a jump ball? I guess we did. Gilmore to throw it in for the Tigers. Gets it to Cutbirth. Now out top, and there's Gilmore for three. Her shot no good. Rebound by Stalzer. They get it to Burning. Stalzer has it. Gets it back to Gilmore. A little good ball movement by the Tigers here. Cutbirth throws it out. They're trying to kill the last minute of this quarter, are the Tigers. Just down screens and pop either to the wing or pop up high. There's Gilmore with it. They swing it back to Burning. 25 seconds. Tigers going to hold for one. Burning. Back to Gilmore. Trying to execute how you'd stall out a game if you were only up by two, maybe. There goes Cutbirth. Fooled everybody but Brecklin Sargent, who was waiting for her on the post that time. What a nifty move, though. They had thrown it back outside each time she'd gotten it at the free throw line. Finally, that time she just turned the corner, but she's going to earn two free throws here. Cutbirth with 8 points. 7.4 seconds left in the quarter. Sammy Watson checks in for the Tigers. And second free throw good by Cutbirth. She's got 9. And a foul on Gilmore, so just the third team foul. Not a bad foul if you're the Tigers, down to 5.9 seconds now. See if the Cardinals can get off one last shot. Abby Sargent splits the defense, throwing long, and that'll do it. At the end of the half, it's the Republic Tigers 47, your Webb City Cardinals 31. We'll come back with our halftime after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back in 3 minutes.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Lead your Webb City Cardinals 47-31 at halftime. The Cardinals trailed 25-20 after 1, and Republic went on a huge scoring run in that second quarter before the Cardinals made it somewhat respectable late. But right now the Cardinals having trouble solving the defense of the Tigers and probably giving up too many easy shots on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, and definitely doing that. But, I mean, one thing, credit to Republic for doing this, we thought Webb City's height would be a big advantage coming in. Republic has flipped that inside out, and they've made it a disadvantage just because of how athletic they are on the offensive side. So some of our bigger players can't keep up.
We'll tell you that on this day in Cardinal history, since 2008, the Cardinals are 2-1 when playing on the 6th day of February. Webb City hit 9 of 10 free throws in the final 2 minutes to seal a 63-53 win over McDonald County in 2001. Chrissy Griniger led the way with 19 points. Nicole Griniger had 12, and Annie Griniger finished with 7. Jessica McDaniel contributed 11 points off the bench, a memorable team, that 2001 group. We'll take another 3-minute timeout. Come back with more of our halftime after this, brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
KNEA would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Welcome back to Republic High School. Webb City Cardinals just now coming out of the tunnel. They trail the Republic Tigers 47-31. Scott Boudreau is awaiting his hopeful interview with head coach Grant Barrett. So disappointing half for the Webb City Cardinals. Grant Barrett now exiting the tunnel, talking with some of his assistant coaches. Definitely a lot of things to fix and work on for this second half. They trail by 16 points. The game at one point was 25-20, but Republic, with a very explosive second quarter, was able to put up 47 on the scoreboard. We'll go on ahead and send it down to Scott with Coach Grant Barrett.
Coach, a tough first half for your girls. What was the message at halftime?
We got to be a little tougher. We got to guard a little bit better. We knew they could shoot it, but we let them shoot some uncontested threes, and we're better than that. We got to get a hand up. We have to rebound the ball a little bit better and get downhill on our drives. So it comes down to a toughness thing right now. So hopefully in the second half we can get that going.
Good luck, Coach. And we'll keep it here as we get set to start the third quarter. Cardinals hoping to start out maybe as hot as the Tigers started that first half, Will, and try to improve defensively in particular.
Yeah, definitely. You want to see what the Cardinals have or had back in kind of the end of that first quarter whenever they were to cut it within a 5-point lead. You want to see that sort of aggressiveness. You want to see them maybe attack the basket a little bit more, try and go get some fouls, get to the free throw line if they possibly can.
It's Whitley Keith with the basketball. Try to get inside to Sargent, stolen by the Tigers. Here comes Stalzer with it. Gets to Burning, back to Stalzer. Now Cutburst swings it to Strong. Closing out was Schultz. Inside to Cutburst, blocked by Maxwell. And Burns picks it up. Here come the Cardinals. Up the floor to Schultz. Now to Burns. She was grabbed on the arm. And a foul on the Tigers. Cardinals did a better job that time on the catch. Landy Strong didn't get the three. And a good job on the box. There's Maxwell for two inside. No good. Picked up by Abby Sargent. On the putback, she was fouled.
Yeah, perfect right there. Just as I was saying, be aggressive. Go to the basket. They're going to be aggressive. You already know that. They're going for the ball. Use that against them.
Maxwell did a nice job keeping it high against that double team. She got the shot off, and then Sargent on the open side got the opportunity for a putback, knocks down her first free throw. Second one good. She's got 16. 47-33, the Cardinals trail. Here comes Stalzer with it for the Tigers. To Burning. Now to Strong on that left wing. Back to Stalzer. A lot of down screens and pop high. They get inside to Cutbirth off her foot. Got it to Burning. Now Strong driving. And they're going to call Schultz for a foul. That'll be her third team personal foul. First team foul of the half for the Cardinals. Stalzer brings it across to Burning. Inside to Cutbirth on the handoff. Burning inside, left-hand shot, good. Got to know she's left-handed by now. You've played her for a full half, and you got to take away that strong side. 49-33, the Tigers lead. Abby Sargent looking for a teammate to hand off to. Bounce pass to Burns in the lane. Rattles out. Maxwell with the rebound. No good. And picked up by the Tigers. Great opportunity that time. Both those shots could have gone in. Here comes Burning down the left side. Blocked by Maxwell. Let's see who they got on the foul here. Get Maxwell on the foul. Her second. And Burning at the line. She's got 8 points. We'll tell you that supporting Webb City Cardinal Athletics is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. Find out more, Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. Call 673-3780. 51-33, the Tigers lead. Whitley Keith for two. It's good. 51-35. Cardinals need to get some stops here. Burning with it on the right wing. Back up top to Stalzer. Now Strong on that left side. They swing it around to Watson. Back up top to Strong for three. And on the rebounds, one of the shortest players on the court. That shouldn't happen at all, Will Hedrick, because she just snuck in there talking about Watson, who goes 5-5, got the rebound, and it'll go back to the Tigers underneath their own goal. Back to Strong. In the corner to Burning. Cross-court pass. Now driving is Watson. Shot no good, and knocked out of bounds by Burns. We'll find out here in the next few minutes. Cardinals can put up that fight Coach Barrett was talking about during our halftime visit. In the corner to Strong. Left-hander takes it down the lane. No good. Rebound Maxwell. Up the floor to Whitley Keith. Now to Abby Sargent. Now to Schultz. Driving baseline. Tried to flip it back inside. She was pushed. And it's part of what you have to do. You have to challenge and go right into the defender sometimes while protecting the basketball. Addie Brown checks in for the Tigers. She had 2 threes in that first half. Abby Sargent into Addie Burns. Couldn't get it to go. Picked up by Maxwell. Abby Sargent in the lane, had it stolen, and then called for a foul when she ripped it back. Feels at times like there are stone walls that these Cardinals are running into, Will, but it's really just the solid defense of the Tigers. Burning in the corner to Addie Brown. You can't let her shoot there. And Cardinals know it. Stalzer has it now to Cutbirth. She'll drive against Maxwell. Finds her way in, blocked by Maxwell. Sargent down the lane, all alone, shot up and missing, but fouled. Again, she took advantage of the opportunity to just run it up the floor before the defense could get set for the Tigers.
Yeah, and a good job. That's kind of what Republic's been doing right back to Webb City, just taking advantage of players being out of position and finding the open spot.
Free throw good by Abby Sargent. Kinsey Horn will check in for Jenna Schultz. Cutbirth checks out. Gilmore checks in for the Tigers. Second free throw off the mark. Sargent, Abby has 17 of the Cardinals' 36. 51-36, the Tigers lead. 4:30 left here in the third. Off the miss by Strong. Maxwell picks it up. And now Whitley Keith will bring it across. Wants to get down the lane. Cut off by Gilmore. Abby Sargent in the corner. They feed it into Maxwell, and the double team knocked it out of her hands. I think maybe you got to fake that pass and see who's coming down on the double team. Get it to the open look. Outside to Kinsey Horn. And stolen by Stalzer. Horn guarding and ripped away late as they tried to get it to Strong on the 2-on-2. And good hustle by Abby Sargent to get back and at least knock it out of bounds. They throw it into Brown. Now to Stalzer. In the corner to Burning. Now back to Stalzer. Back to Burning for three. Off the mark. And she tried to save it, did Burning, but it go out of bounds in front of the Tigers bench. Interestingly enough, Tigers were 7 for 10 from three in that first quarter, but cooled off in the second quarter. The problem was they were making free throws and layups. There's Whitley Keith. Tried to pass it off to Maxwell, but it was too low and stolen by the Tigers. Here comes Gilmore. And she avoided the contact with Sargent and puts in the right-hand scoop. 53-36 our score. Tigers leading. Whitley Keith for three. No good, and Maxwell called over the back. had the height advantage there, and that'll be her third. Chasney Brown will check in for the Cardinals. Tigers with the basketball, leading 53-36. Gilmore to Stalzer. Over here to Cornelson, who checked in. Now they swing it to Burning over on that left wing. Back up top to Cornelson. And on the catch that time, Stalzer. Run over a bit that time by Abby Sargent. And that is her fourth personal foul. Cardinals can ill afford to lose her. She's their leading scorer with 17. I guess I hadn't added up those fouls that quickly, Will, but we got 11 minutes left in this ball game. And Coach Barrett gonna send in Sinclair for now and hope the other teammates can pick up the slack. Free throw's good, 54-36. The Cardinals trail the Tigers. Whitley Keith back to Kinsey Horn. And trapped. And a timeout called by Coach Barrett. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds with the Cardinals trailing 54-36. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Welcome back to Republic High School. Scott Boudreau along with Will Hedrick, Roberta Foster back at our studios. Cardinals trail 54-36 with 2:56 left here in the third quarter. You can download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone apps at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Cardinals trying to fight their way back in this one. The Tigers defensively they caused 15 turnovers in that first half, and Cardinals have turned it over several times in this third quarter already. Abby Sargent on the bench right now with 4 fouls. It'll be Addie Burns, Whitley Keith, Kinsey Horn, Chesney Brown, and Caitlin Sinclair for the Cardinals. Brown will have to do some extra ball handling right now. She nearly loses it and now does lose it out of bounds. It goes back to the Tigers. Stalzer brings it up. Gets it to Burning, now to Gilmore, top of the key, guarded by Brown. Back to Burning, now to Cornelson. And back to Stalzer. A little weave action, and they're just going to run you to death here and get you sleeping at some point off these down screens, and then they'll curl out of it as well. Stalzer calling out the play. Gets downhill against Sinclair. Goes the cup, no good. Sinclair with the rebound. Here comes Whitley Keith with it. Behind the back. One more time, cut off by Stalzer. Now to Kinsey Horn, dribbling across the lane to Burns. Now double teamed for a moment. Burns with a height advantage on Gilmore, who's guarding her. Now to Kinsey Horn as they switch these ball screens, do the Tigers. Whitley Keith tried to get it to Kinsey Horn, threw it away. And Stalzer checks out. Cutbirth checks in for the Tigers. Burning and Gilmore playing catch in the backcourt. Now Burning will bring it across for the Tigers. Guarded by Sinclair. Cutbirth trying to post up Addie Burns. And now Addie Brown on the catch. I think we got a moving screen on Gilmore. Trying to free Addie Brown for a little pin down that time. And Gilmore called for the foul. She'll check out. Cardinals with the basketball, 1:30, trailing 54-36 in the third. Whitley Keith to the cup, shot blocked but fouled by Addie Brown, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2. I like the attack that time.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we said coming out of halftime. You've got to be able to attack the basket. Yes, they're going to step in front of you. Yes, you're going to get hit, but you got to be able to eat it and go to the free throw line.
Keith knocks down the first free throw. I'll tell you that Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Burpo Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, some of our sponsors. Second free throw good. Keith with 7 points, 54-38, the Cardinals trail. Addie Brown with it. Trapped for a moment. Got it to Cornelson, picked up by Burning. On the curl, and unlucky that time. Chesney Brown in pretty good position, but she just ran right into Sammy Watson, and with 5 team fouls, Tigers going to go to the free throw line for 2 here. Some of our other sponsors include the Big Nickel, ProLube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City. Free throw missed. Cutbirth on the rebound, gets up and under everybody and scores.
Well, Scott, that's just bad. I mean, it's 3-on-1, and she comes out of the pile with the ball.
Yeah, she knows where to find the exact gap she needs to get the shot off. Burns no good on the shot. Sinclair tried to save it in. It goes back to the Tigers. Cutbirth with 11. Very even scoring here by the Tigers. And Lanny Strong, who started things in the first half with a pair of threes, on the bench right now. But Tigers have 3 players on the floor with double digits. Cardinals blocked that shot, and here comes Whitley Keith with it against Burning. Cross court to Horn. In the corner to Sinclair, drives the lane, puts up a shot, and knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. They've got active hands, active feet, active aggression, a little just a concentrated effort here by the Tigers, making it difficult for the Cardinals to score. Kenzie Horn to throw it in. Got to get it in now. Gets it to Brown. She'll drive the lane and cut off there by Cutbirth, but fouled on a body check that time with 14 and a half seconds left. And Chesney Brown will go to the free throw line. She's got 2 points. Misses that first free throw. Some of our other sponsors include Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College. Gilmore checks back in for Watson. Lanny Strong checked in for the Tigers as well. Probably try to get her a 3 here late. Second free throw, no good. Rebound Burning. Gilmore with it. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Addie Brown for a long 2, no good. Picked up by Burns. Up the floor, Whitley Keith has a chance to get to Sinclair. Brown puts it up late. No good. And it wouldn't have counted. At the end of 3, it's the Republic Tigers 57, the Webb City Cardinals 38. Back here with fourth quarter action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network. Back in 30.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Republic High School here. Scott Boudreau along with Will Hedrick, Roberta Foster back at our studios. Cardinals didn't allow a big scoring burst in that third quarter, and we are at the top of the hour. You're listening to 91.7 FM, KNEO Neosho Joplin. 57-38 our score as we head to the fourth quarter. Cardinals with 7 points in that quarter. They gave up 10. Pretty even quarter from that standpoint, but a lot of missed opportunities by the Cardinals as well that would have allowed them maybe to cut in that lead. We'll see what they do here as we start the fourth. It'll be Abby Sargent, Brecklin Sargent, Kinsey Horn, Addie Burns, and Whitley Keith for the Cardinals. And let's see what kind of momentum the Cardinals could get here maybe in the first couple of minutes. Abby Sargent kicks it out to Brecklin. Down the lane with the left hand, no good. And rebound there as the Tigers. Hagerwood checked in. She's got it on that right wing, gets it to Stalzer. Oh, excuse me, Watson now to Strong up top. On the curl, Strong. Burns guarding, left hand shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it in. Cardinals guarded well, but she got her own rebound. Here comes Abby Sargent with it. Down the lane she goes. Her shot no good, and they're going to call a charge. That's her fifth. Sometimes the defenders are set up and not a lot you can do. She tried to split them that time. That is the end of the night for Sargent, who poured in 17 points while she was in there. That'll be a big loss for the Cardinals so early in this fourth quarter. Jenna Schultz replaces her. The Tigers have it, leading 59-38. Stalzer to Hagerwood, now to Strong. Guarded by Horn. Back to Stalzer. Now to Hagerwood. Knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals. Coach Tori Moonaham calls out the play. Stalzer to throw it in for the Tigers. Hagerwood has it now. Double team there by the Cardinals. Back to Stalzer. Get it back to Hagerwood now. They swing it back to Stalzer. Posting up is Cutbirth. Strong. Now back to Stalzer. They'll play a little keep away. Well, the Tigers, we saw this at the end of the second. There's Strong for three. It's off the mark. Rebound Stalzer. Top of the key to Cutbirth. Now to Hagerwood for three. Her shot no good. Cardinals tap it around. And saving it inbounds was Watson. She puts up a three off the kick out. And she's got 15. Inside they go to Schultz. Fought there by a couple of Tigers and fouled. And Jenna Schultz will head to the free throw line. Second foul of the night on Sammy Watson. Schultz looking for her first points of the night. And gets a free throw to go. Pam Drake, Roderick Insurance Agency, is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945, located at 108 North Main Street in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 673-1242 or online at RoderickInsuranceAgency.com. Tigers with the basketball. Stalzer with it, guarded by Brecklin Sargent. Now to Hagerwood. She's a sophomore, 5'4" sophomore. And Hagerwood gets on the board with the easy layup there. Here comes Brecklin Sargent against Strong. Puts it up with the left hand, off the glass, no good. Strong with the rebound, and Stalzer will bring it across, 64-39. Tigers get it inside to Cutbirth. Now kick it out to Hagerwood for three. No good. Rebound Schultz. And nearly threw it away, but picked up by Brecklin Sargent. Now to Addie Burns. Back to Brecklin Sargent. Down the lane she goes at the free throw line against Strong. Puts it up with the left hand. It's good. Good persistence that time by Brecklin Sargent. 64-41. Tigers lead it. 4:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Stalzer down the lane, stolen by Whitley Keith. And they're going to call her for double dribble. She took a dribble on the steal, apparently. And it'll go back to the Tigers. It's good anticipation that time by Whitley Keith. Gilmore, who checked in, throws it in for the Tigers. They get it across to Cornelson. Now back to Gilmore. At that right wing, wide open, nobody on her. She knocks it in. Well, you can't leave these Tigers open. They've proven it tonight. Inside the Cardinals go to Schultz. Puts it up. No good. Rebound by Gilmore and a foul from behind by Eddie Burns. Her second. And it's the team's second as well. Lanny Strong checks out for the Tigers. She's had a big night as Coach Moonham starts to get in more of her bench, and they go 8-9 deep anyway. Hagerwood with the basketball as Addie Brown checked in. Gilmore, who knocked down the three previously, gives it to Hagerwood. Now to Brown. Now to Watson inside. Her shot short. Who wants the rebound? She gets her own rebound. She's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for two more. Snodgrass Collision Center's honored to serve the area and support our local schools. Located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin. They specialize in complete body and frame repair, four-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center. Call 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game. Second free throw good. 17 points now for Watson. Whitley Keith picks it up and overthrows Burns. Here comes Gilmore the other way. Back is Brecklin Sargent. She spins, shoots, misses. Burns with the rebound. Guarded there by Hagerwood. She'll get it up the floor. Cross court to Kenzie Horn for three. It's good. Nice open find and nice job by Horn to knock down that open three. Her first points of the night. Gilmore in the corner to Watson for two more. She's got 19. Tigers lead at 71-44 with 3 minutes left here in the ball game. Whitley Keith for three. Off the mark. Picked up by Gilmore. Guarded by Horn. Now to Addie Brown. Back up top to Cornelson. Now to Hagerwood and swing it to Gilmore. On the pin down, there's Brown for three. Her shot goes out of bounds after missing everything, and Cardinals will send in a couple of more subs. Packard will check in for the Cardinals. Good opportunity for her to see some varsity action. Saw her in the JV game earlier. And there's a foul on a reach that time as Brecklin Sargent tried to come down the lane. 71-44, the Cardinals trail it. Brecklin Sargent up top to Addie Burns. Gets a screen from Sargent, refused, and then down the lane. And this time they'll award the foul in the basket to Burns as they tried to set up for another charge inside. Burns gets the bucket, and she'll earn the 2+1 here. First foul on Hagewood, who tried to take the charge. The shot went in. That should have been the only free throw. And now the officials correct it. 71-47 our score, and the Tigers will have it out of bounds after the made free throw. Hagewood to throw it in, gets it to Cornelson. Cross to Gilmore. Against Kinsey Horn. Up top to Addie Brown, guarded by Packard. Gilmore down the lane, kicks it out to Cornelson, now back out to Hagewood. And they'll swing this basketball around some more as just playing catch right now. Kilburn gave it up to Gilmore. Her shot no good, and Addie Brown with the rebound and a foul on the Cardinals. Cardinals' Kylie Sargent checked in during that last break as well. Addie Brown for free throw. She made 2 threes in that first half. Critical part of the second quarter run for the Tigers. Second free throw rolls out. Rebound Kylie Sargent. Cardinals have a minute 40. 71-47, they trail it. There's a 3 by Burns to get to 50. 50, a score that Will Hedrick would have taken, but you can't give up 71 to go with it.
Yeah, Scott, looks like I'll have to change my stat sheet now.
Addie Burns to Hagewood. Gilmore, down the lane she goes for 2 more. And a timeout just for a substitution, I believe, as Burns will check out. Chasney Brown will check in for the Cardinals. So Brecklin Sargent, Kinsey Horn, Chasney Brown, Kylie Sargent, and Bailey Packard for the Cardinals. Up goes the shot from Brecklin Sargent, no good. And here comes Gilmore with it, a timeout called by Coach Tori Mooneyham. She wants to get in a couple of subs as well. And Coach Grant Barrett says, play on. We don't need to make any changes. Let them make their subs. Cornelson to Gilmore in the corner to Kilburn. They swing it out to Cornelson again. Back to Kilburn. Now to Gilmore. They are well schooled on how to drain the clock a little bit, these Tigers. 73-50. 30 seconds left in this ball game. Gilmore with the basketball to Hagewood. And Tigers looking to just kill the last 20 seconds now. Kylie Sargent on. Now they kick it to Hagewood up top. Back to Gilmore. And nearly stolen there, but the Tigers will win this one 73-50 over your Webb City Cardinals. We'll come back with our post-game show brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services in Crowder College. Back here in 3 minutes, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals! Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome back to Republic High School. Our postgame show brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College. The Cardinals fall 73-50 to the Republic Tigers. We're joined by head coach Grant Barrett in our postgame. And, Coach, a tough start, but I thought in that first quarter there were signs of life because they got out to a double-digit lead. You guys closed it within 5 at the end of that first quarter. And then the second quarter, it looked like they just kind of broke it open again. What were your observations just of that first half in particular?
I don't feel like we had all 5 girls on the court on the same page offensively or defensively. I felt like when we had to make our mass and substitution there towards the middle and into the first, that was our best offensive lineup in the first half. And we got up and down a little quicker, and we were able to extend it on some three-point shots. But I know in my head right now 3 times in the first half where I changed our defenses, and 4 of the 5 girls knew what was going on and 1 didn't. I mean, that's an echo. And this gym is an echo, and they had the band, which is a great environment. But we've got to do a better job of talking to each other and echoing what we're in, what the call is. I felt like that happened to us a few times tonight, and that's on me. You know, I've got to do a better job of getting our kids to understand that.
One of the things that we talked about in the coaches show before the game is we knew they would have inside play, and we talked about Cutbirth. She'll go up against anybody,
100%.
but I thought their interior rebounding, particularly on the offensive end, really was a big difference as well in this ball game because they got extra shots out of it.
Oh, yeah, on that possession there in the fourth quarter, they had, 3 opportunities, and then they ended the possession on a made 3. I mean, I called that to our bench, like you just can't do that against a good team. And despite what their record shows, and they've won 10 of their last 12, and they had a heck of a schedule to start the year on. And they're young like we are. They graduated all 5 kids. But if you look in their trophy case, too, and their tradition and their reputation is they've never really had a ton of size, but they always have basketball players. And they always have kids that aren't afraid to play really, really hard and hit you and grind it out. And we've got to find a way to win those games. And I like the group we have, and we're just a work in progress.
One of the things you learn from a game like this is the level of physicality required, and you and I talked about that as well. The Kickapoo game, good for that because that's a Class 6 team. Now you're playing a team in your own conference that is the same class as you, and you learn what physicality means all over again because those catches have to be crisp.
Oh, yeah.
The passes have to be crisp, and even the way you drive the basketball down the lane, you got to be able to take that bump sometimes.
And not get bumped off our path. And we did a lot of east-west dribble tonight instead of north-south dribble. And I felt like when they went downhill. And we fouled them, and they went to free throw line, and they're a really good free throw team. So we just got – it's going to be a good film to go back and look at and show our kids some things and ask them questions of what they saw because that's part of our learning process. But it's they may just look bad at times tonight, but that's a testament to them and what their kids were prepared for. So
you got about 5 days before you play the arch rival blue and white team from across the way as they'll come in, the Carthage Tigers, and face you next week in doubleheader action. So I know you'll get right back to work and things to work on because this is just the beginning of February, and now the March starts really as you try to push towards these last 4 weeks of the regular season.
Exactly right. And they're playing well right now too, so we will be prepared. You know, in a game like that, a rivalry game, and you throw out a bunch of stuff because typically if one team's good and one team's not, it doesn't matter if both teams are good, like you're in for a really good game. And you got to throw the records out, and you got to throw a lot of the stuff out, and it's whoever can win multiple possessions in a row is typically going to be the team on the winning side that night. So I will have them ready.
Well, Coach, a tough loss here tonight. We appreciate the visit, and we'll talk to you next time out.
And thank you for the cut and the coverage and making the trip up. We appreciate it.
And we'll take another 3-minute break here as the Cardinals fall here tonight 73-50 to the Tigers. Back here in 3 minutes, our postgame show brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services in Crowder College. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
He was just a young man, but his mistakes landed him in prison. The ultimate wake-up call. He finally really wanted to get his life straightened out. Now, your prison may not be a correctional facility. You may be held captive by sinful habits or an unhealthy lifestyle. But you can begin again. Jesus died for your sins, offering you forgiveness and a new path for life. Find out how to begin a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us online at chataboutjesus.com.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride. at Missouri Southern State University.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
A swimmer was caught in a strong current and close to drowning. Suddenly, a life jacket was thrown within reach. He grabbed the life jacket and it saved his life. Sometimes we feel like we're drowning in the problems of life. Maybe it's financial, marital, or job related. Where can we find hope? Jesus is our rescuer and wants us to reach out to him. Learn more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
Welcome back to Republic High School as the Cardinals fall here tonight, 73-50. The Cardinals trailed 25-20 after making a great comeback in the last 3 minutes of that first quarter. Tigers extended that lead going into the half, led 47-31. Then a 10-7 quarter as the Tigers led just 57-38 at the end of three, but a 16-point quarter kind of kept that Tiger lead and kept the Cardinals comeback at bay. Good night for Abby Sargent before she found out of the game, and I think just a great learning experience for these Cardinals tonight. We'll take our final 3-minute break here, come back and wrap things up. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Can you prove that you have a seat in heaven?
Wow, that's a pretty heavy question. What would you say?
Some people say, well, you can imitate Jesus. You can do the things Jesus did as best you can, and that's enough, isn't it?
Billy Graham.
You can do all the good works. You can go with all the people that are doing good social work around the world. But the scripture says, not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy he saved us, by the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit. The only way you can get a seat is to come to the cross and confess that you're a sinner and receive Christ as Lord and Savior, and come to the empty tomb and believe that he rose again from the dead.
If you're not sure you've got a seat in heaven, let's talk now. Call us 855-255-PRAY. That's 855-255-PRAY. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. What makes you feel loved? Maybe it's gifts, or words of affirmation, or acts of service. But what about the greatest act of love?
Jesus Christ loved us so much that he went to the cross and died for us. He took all the hell and all the judgment on him at the cross.
Billy Graham.
And the scripture says, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever, that includes you, whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
That's right. Jesus thinks you were worth dying for, and he gave his life so you could join him in heaven someday. Find out more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. And it's from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. So, you're still debating whether to surrender your life to Jesus Christ. There's a lot of different reasons for not making that decision, but they all come down to this. You trust yourself more than you trust God.
Pride is the number one thing that keeps us from Christ. Our own ego. We think we can do it ourselves, or we think we're good enough.
The Bible says we're not good enough. We need Jesus. He paid the penalty for our sins. There's no way around it.
When you come to Christ, you must be willing to repent of sin and receive him into your heart.
And when you do that, your life takes on a whole new meaning and purpose.
Then there's joy inside your heart when you come to Christ. These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full.
We'd love to tell you more about the joy that comes from surrendering your life to Jesus Christ. Go to findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Fall to the Republic Tigers, 73-50 tonight. Our postgame show has been brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services in Crowder College. Reminder that tomorrow night we'll have boys varsity action for you. That tip somewhere around 7 o'clock, maybe a few minutes after, and look forward to seeing what the Crowder boys can do as they'll come to Republic tomorrow night. For Roberta Foster back at our studios, for Will Hedrick running the master controls here on site, this is Scott Boudreau saying good night from Republic. We now join Webb Builders. You've been listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO in Webb City Cardinals.
KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.